It's Sunday. It's 8 o'clock. It's stream time. Hi folks, and welcome back to Arrakis. Back in Dune Awakening again. Let's see, we've got a few people. I apologise to anybody who I forgot to send out the schedule of the stream. I've been busy today and I totally forgot about sending that out, so I literally only sent out the scheduled stream maybe less than an hour ago, so apologies for that. But what it did mean is that people who normally come in here very early on to put their comment in didn't have a chance to do that today, so we've got a bit more realistic chat, shall we say. So let's see who, let me scroll up who was first today, and Hung Low 87 was first with hello, anger and chat. Zeros999 was second, also saying hello, and Bandy B was third. Evening, how you all doing? So congratulations for being the first three. And then in fourth place, the old school first commenter, Tay Mannix is here. Good evening to you, sir. How are you, Rob? Kathy Ann is also here. Good to see you. Kathy is asking how the family is. Bandy B says, thanks for asking. They're okay. Post-funerals and unrelated but annoying dose of COVID for all. Oh, doesn't rain where it pours, eh? Sorry to hear that. Very sorry to hear that. Kathy Ann is sending you lots of love and hugs and lots of kisses as well. That's nice. You and the Taymaster doing well. Zereth is here. Good to see you. Phantom 6767 is here. Kathy says, tired but good. We're starting to move back into the main kitchen. That's still not finished yet. We have some issues, but can't keep working in the temporary kitchen in the lounge. It's been 3 weeks and they're still not finished. Wow. I hope this is going to be a very impressive kitchen when it's finally finished. It takes 3 weeks to get done. Oof. Griznak's here, good to see you. Evening all, looks like some good news in the April update notes for the PvE players. There is indeed, we'll probably discuss that a little bit later. And Kathy Ann saying hi, Griznak. Shades here, good to see you. Yanni Panker is here as well. Good evening everyone. I hasten to say on time, but Yanni must have finished work early today. And he said, indeed, says, got home just in time. Nice one. Good timing. Rex Havoc, hello to everyone. Good to see you. DC Weston, hello from Washington, DC. Bulwark is here. Hello, everyone. And happy Easter if you celebrate. For us in the UK, Easter was last weekend. Interesting. Beck says, Beck the Thinkerbot's here, saying hello to everyone. How are you all doing? Kane is here, saying greetings. Yanni says, as usual, Thinkerbot, it's Sunday and I'm tired. Kane says, as good as to be expected. Game Labs is here. Good evening. How are we? Good to see you. Who else do we have? Lots of people all starting to say hello to each other. Kenneth Brenner, good to see you, my friend. Confused Barbarian, hello Troy, good to see you. Six Badges here, bonsoir from France with the traditional red wine emoji. Oh, something big happened outside there. Kane says, it's Sunday, it's 10 PM, where's Anger? Here I am, except it's only 8 PM. Saying hello. John PBH, good to see you. Good evening. Zeri says, what new controls do you have on the private Dune server after the next update? That's a good question, of which I don't think we know the answer to. Orban86X, good to see you. Bulwark says, I'm Orthodox, so my Easter is today. Ah, really? They're on different days. Learn something new every day. Every day is a school day. Griznak says, blame those that still use the Julian calendar. Excellent. Okay. Right, so last week we were... let me stand up. Sit and look at our Muad'Dib. Last week we were doing some tasks for Anton, our Atreides rep, to try and get our Atreides level. We're now fully Atreides. We're level 2, but we're fully Atreides, so we should have access to a bunch of Atreides stuff over in Arraken. But we've finished a quest and we ran out of time while we're still down in the Haga Rift, so we have to report back to Lieutenant Anton Toliver. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to make sure I've got stuff with me. Got water. Going to check the fuel on the old bike. It's 100% fueled up. It's starting to look a bit worn, and we're going to shoot across to the anvil, which is just across there. That's some new buildings since last week. I don't remember that all those buildings been there. That one's still there. In fact, it's maybe looking a bit worse for wear, is it? Is it breaking down? That one does. Oh, look, there's a spice blow over there. Yeah, that one's definitely breaking down, so whoever owned that have not kept it fueled up. Can we get access to anything? Nope. 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 Yeah, so the whole thing's powered down. Water cisterns, but as yet we haven't got access to loot it. Interesting. Okay, what were we saying in chat? Ian Og is here, good evening, good to see you. Ian Og? Og or Og? Og, I think it is. Gamer says, not great, but I'm here. The old friend Arthritis has been a pain this weekend, but hey, oh, that's not good to hear. Yanni said it was Easter here in Slovenia as well. Ah, okay. Game of Hobo, good to see you. How are you? Exposure says Easter and its related holidays are movable feasts, not falling on a fixed date. Its date is computed based on a lunisolar calendar, solar year plus moon phase. Yeah, well, so I was aware that it changes date like every year, but I just didn't know that in different countries it's on a different date. Interesting to know. Oh, am I hitting the drum sand? Let's get out of here. Boost. Attracting the little worm. There it goes. There it goes. What it does is it goes straight up in the air like that, and then it makes a beeline straight for you when it's aggroed on you. Luckily, it's calmed down. Kathy says, 6, you're a very knowledgeable man. He is. I was out last night. I was actually out watching my old band, the band I used to be in. I was out there having quite a few beers and watching the band, so I really didn't get to watch any videos or streams that were going on yesterday. And I've been a bit busy today, so I haven't actually had a chance to catch up with them, so we'll get caught up tomorrow. A few streams going on over the weekend that I need to catch up with. Right, let's see what Anton has to say.
We meet again.
Oh, is that it? Complete contract. I went to meet your informant and was ambushed.
What? That's disturbing.
He's not full of chat today, is he? You're not trying to get rid of me, are you?
Of course not. Ours is a paranoid field, but I would not do that. If you don't trust my integrity, trust that you are a valuable asset. What happened?
At the meeting point, I was jumped by deserters in Atreides armor.
Disconcerting. Either my informant was intercepted, or I've been fed false information. Whichever the case, we need to investigate further.
Do you have anything new for me?
Unfortunately, I do. Something more somber, but it needs doing. I need a body and ID tags located to clear a name.
Sometimes we have to be the voice of the dead, or what's the point in clearing the name of a corpse?
We must defend the honor of our brothers and sisters, living and dead.
Okay, so it says, as a point of honour, I must ask you to collect the ID tag of one of my fallen comrades. Lieutenant Trenton Yang fell in battle during the conflict in the Haga Rift, but lately there has been an unsubstantiated rumours circulating that the claim he did not die, but instead deserted the Atreides cause. It's intolerable that a good man should be slandered in this manner. Recover the Atreides ID tag from his corpse and silence this group of gossip once and for all. Okay, I'm on it.
In light of your previous endeavor, I suspect I know whom the tags belong to. At least we can hope to clear his name and death.
Okay, goodbye. So we've got a bit more House Atreides standing and a bit more XP. Oh yeah, so that's now coloured in a little bit, so it's working our way to level 3. Right. Set it up there. Recover honour. Gather Atreides ID tags. So it's down the bottom of the rift again. Okay, interesting. Right, while we're here, let's look at the contracts board. Hostile takeover. So that's going into testing station number 10. I don't want to do that quite yet. Missing sister. Note, extremely dangerous area, death or enslavement likely. Pursue task at your own risk. From Tig. Our sister Simo has gone missing. When last we spoke, she was at the Anvil trade post where she stated her intention of running mineral surveys near the Hand of Kadir. It has been several days now and all attempts to reach her via communet have failed. To aid to our apprehension, or to add to our apprehension, we have since learned that the slave trains have been reported in the area. Whilst our family is but humble prospectors, we are not without means. We love our sister very much and are offering a substantial reward for anyone who can help find her. This chain will award a unique tool at the end, it says. Travel to the Hand of Kadir. And monster slaying, put out the eyes, also extremely dangerous. Do you know what it is to be enslaved? Do you have your dignity stripped away, to have your every action subject to another's whims? I escaped that fate, but the memory haunts me still. Each night a terrible beast prowls my dreams, a monster with the leering face of a slaver. I want to help others escape my fate and maybe, in doing so, free myself from these nightmares. When you battle a beast, it is wise to strike first at its eyes. Take out the observers who scan the region for victims from high vantage points in Jabal Ifrit. This chain will also reward a unique weapon at the end. Okay, we'll take those two. Right. Let's see where they are. Oh, they're not far away. Put out the eyes is there, and missing sister is there. Okay. We can definitely do them. Do some contracts to get some XP and get our levels up. In fact, we also could be doing with going to... You know what? Let's go back to base. And let's go and grab our Solari, and we'll go to Arraken, and we'll see if we can start working on the quest to upgrade our skills as a Mentat and as a Trooper. Right, let's shoot back to here. Let me see, where did we get to? Six Badger says, a very quick cut and paste after years of working in an office is how he's got so knowledgeable. Game Lab says, well, I guess that means, well, he is a top level sorcerer. You know, with great knowledge comes great power. Father Jack's here. Good evening, Father Jack. How are you? Finally managed to complete the dregs the other day. Congratulations. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Let's get lined up in there. Let's get off the bike. Right, if we go up here, in this chest here, we've got all our Solari. Let's grab that. I'll top up with water while I'm here. Okay. And then I'm going to repair the bike as best as I can. So I need that and that. Oh, I also need a bike backup tool. Have I learned that? Vehicle backup tool. Not one in that box, is there? Nope. But I will take another fuel cell as well, just in case. Made in here? Appears not. Where is it made? It's crafted in a general fabricator or a survival fabricator. I think. Yeah, I got rid of the general fabricator because we've got the vehicle one now. We've got the weapons one. We have to make the survival one and we have to make the garment one as well. So let's... I don't have a crafting tool. That in here as well. Not in that one. There it is. Right, we need fabricators, we need a survival fabricator. Slot that in there. We also need a garment one as well. Let's put that there. Oh, we've run out of power. We've got too much power. Right, okay, let's just power this down. We'll sort out more power later on, but that'll do us. Right, we want backup tool, vehicle backup tool. There it is. Oh, I don't have enough copper to make it. Really? Do not have any copper. I've only got 2 pieces of copper. I must have used all my copper up. Ah. Right, we'll forget about that. I will work on that later on. Right, repair my wheels. Okay, where were we? Oh, the chat has scrolled off the top of the screen. Let me try and catch up. Right, so there's the level sorcerer. Father Jack appeared. Confused Barbarian says Moira stole that title yesterday. Because I haven't watched yesterday's Campfire Clown stream, I'm not sure what that means. But I will, as I said, I'll catch up with that tomorrow. William Maxwell's here. Hi, William. Good to see you. Long time no see. Gamer Hobo says, FYI, Darkness Lab 24 was bugged last 2 times I did it this weekend. No ads with the boss as they should be. So if you want an easy run, now is the time, unless they patched it. Packrat NV says, can you pay for most things via Solari in the bank now? Can you pay for most things? What kind of things do you mean? There are certainly things you can buy, and there is an exchange. If you've got a busy enough server, there is an exchange. You can buy stuff off of other people. Gamer Hobo says yes. Guess it depends on what things do you mean. Marky Del Sparky's here. Hello, Marky. How are you? Bad guy's here. Good to see you, bad guy. Dang it, man. Is this your private server or public server? This is a public server. Marky is going on about his holiday that he had. Bulwark says, tomorrow is a free day in your country, so you're just relaxing. Nice one. Ornithopter transport, yes. Desert merchants, I'm wondering though. Yeah, so you've got Ornithopter transport in the various trade stations that will take you to various places outside the Haga Basin South. That's what we're going to do right now. Some stuff you can buy with Lanzarote points from houses. You can, yep, there's a vendor in... Oh, I'm going the wrong way. There's a vendor in Arraken and Harco that you can buy like probably tier 6 components from, amongst other things. Right, let's put that in there. Let's put that in there as well. Won't need that. It used to be that the Ornithopter pilots, you had to pay them in cash, so you had to have the coin on you, the Solari coin on you. It was no use having it in your bank, but now they accept, I guess they accept credit cards now, because you can pay for it with money in your bank. Gamer Hobo says, pretty much everyone can be paid directly from the bank now, including the Haga Basin pilots, all merchants, and even when you trade with other players. I think that's what Packrat is asking. Could be, could be. Galadorn 1? Before you had to have Solari on you for many purchases, now it'll draw from the bank. Yes, indeed. That was a big thing. And some stuff you can buy coins, yes. Bard and Build make some nice builds. Need to be scaled up as they can be cramped though. Am I missing? Oh, I'm on top chat, not live chat. Hold on, hold on. There we go, we're on live chat now. That should help me a bit. Right, let's come up here. And let's put the bike in the garage. So if a sandstorm does come over, the doors close and protects my bike from being destroyed by a sandstorm. Then we'll go in here. And we'll go speak to the Ornithopter pilot. Or taxi driver.
Can I fly you somewhere today?
Yes, you can. I want you to fly me somewhere.
Music to my ears. Where do you want to go?
The places we've unlocked at the moment is Haga Basin, Arraken, and Harco Village. So let's go to Arraken, please.
Atreides and their war levies. Look, I can get you there, but I want a little extra for the trip.
It's going to cost me 2,500 Solari to get there.
All right. Thopter's on the roof. Let's go visit the Red Duke.
Let's go. Off we go. Okay, I see. Grishnak saying background. Okay, ignore that thought. I thought you were talking about Conan bases. Okay, right. Pretty much everything could be paid, yeah. Confused Barbarian says, I was kidding, 6 badges about the top level sorcerer thing, no worries. Game Lab says, so Anger, did you come up with... Oh, totally forgot about a phrase for us, as we said last week. Totally forgot about that. Maybe not quite a phrase, but it's a phrase that gets used in Scotland. Let me put the phrase in the chat. Oh no, I think I've done that before. No, I can't think off the top of my head. I'll have to try and remember next week. I'll actually have to come up with a Scottish phrase for you for next week. Can't believe I forgot about that. I've heard Dune is going all PvE. Okay, right, well we'll discuss this now. So this week, the developers put out their April update. And one of the things they've said in the April update is they've been listening to the various people who have been playing the game, and they've come back, and a lot of people like myself who want to play it in a PvE mode, whereas obviously you get put into... I'm not going to say you get forced into PvP, but you get put into situations that are PvP. The shipwrecks on the main Haga Basin map are PvP zones, so when you go into them you turn into PvP mode. But as I said before, I have never encountered any PvP in those shipwrecks on any of my playthroughs at all. And then obviously if you go out into the deep desert, it used to be, I think row A of the deep desert was PvE and everything after that was PvP, and that's where all the good stuff is. After a lot of complaints, they made it half and half. So when you get to row E now, halfway across, halfway through that zone, it changes into PvP. But again, I've never had any encounters, any PvP encounters out there either. The update they said is that when you go to the deep desert, after they haven't put it out yet, but what they're going to do is when you go to the deep desert, you will get asked whether you want to go to a PvP deep desert or a PvE deep desert. Which means if you pick the PvE, you'll be able to go all the way to the far end. I think row I think is the furthest away. Without... Oh, there's a player running past. Without having any PvP at all. And if you go to the PvP one, I think by what they're saying is the whole area will be PvP. So if you want to, you can go PvP. If you don't, you can go PvE. So that sounds really good. The other thing they're going to work on is running your own servers. So Dune works a little bit different from things like Conan and Ark, whereas it's not one world. You have one server that is the Haga Basin South, the area we've just left. You have another world server that has communal hubs like this one, Arraken and Harko Village. There's another server that is the deep desert and things like that. So you get connected to multiple servers, so you're going to have to run more than one server if you want to run your whole personal infrastructure. But that's going to involve running virtual machines on your local hardware, running Hyper-V. So it's going to be a little bit more technical, and we'll see how it's going to work. They're working on it and going to be putting it into testing soon, but it does mean that you will have the opportunity to actually run your whole complete server. The problem with that is that if you're running your own server, there's going to be nothing in the exchange for you to buy, the auction house for you to buy. So pros and cons. But yeah, that was all announced this week, which all sound really... I'm particularly liking the sound of the full PvE deep desert. Be able to go out to more locations without actually having to encounter PvP. Right, let's catch up a bit more. Okay, Yanni says, in 20 days I'll finally have my first 1st of May free day, national holiday in Slovenia. I'm going for a 3-day trip with my bike. Not sure the trip will take, but I'll be visiting some bike meets. Excellent. Sherilyn's here, good to see you. Hi Aga, good to see you live again. Haven't purchased this game yet. It's on sale, so maybe give it a shot. There's so many games I bought and haven't played. Yeah, me too. Gamer Hobo says, in June each world will have a PvE deep desert and a PvP deep desert to choose from. All PvP in Haga Basin will be disabled. Yes. Bulwark says, for the story, if you need money like for the medic in Arraken, you need to have it on you, from what I remember. Okay, I haven't done that since they made the change, so I always tend to keep a couple of thousand on me anyway, and you get picked up. You get picked up with winning Solari from completing quests anyway, so you end up tend to have a lot, and you always have to go to the bank to dispose of it. Six Budget says, I'm no longer speaking to you, Troy, after that awful slur on my character. Ooh, interesting. Gamer Hobo says, Bull, to be fair, I'm not sure about that. About the cash for the medics and stuff. Parapet says, hey, I'm a new viewer and new Conan player. Excellent. Just wanted to thank you for the beginner's guides. I've been following along and it's been so much fun. Thank you for helping viewers with this awesome game. You are very welcome, and welcome along to the live streams. Good to see you. Any questions? There's so much knowledge on, particularly on Conan, in this chat. We've got tens and tens of thousands of hours of playing knowledge in this chat, so if there's any questions, somebody will be able to help you, and you can always go over to the Discord at any time during the week and ask as many questions as you like. Somebody will help you out. Confused Bear says, all good fun, sir, all good fun. Bulwark says, for me, there are 2 instances in the story where I needed to have money on me, and this was done last week. Okay, interesting. Good to know. GameLab says, I'll send you a DM in Discord in the week to remind you. That'll be good. Thank you, GameLabs. Sherilyn says, Parapet Anger has the best Conan tutorials, hand down. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Another one coming out in a couple of days' time. Recorded this afternoon. I've scrolled and it's jumped. Where are we? There's Game Labs. Grisnack says, the only time I ever encountered other players in Haga Basin was at Spice Blooms. When we were going from the Anvil trade post back to our base last week, I think it was, as we were going, another player went shooting in the opposite direction. So they are out there, and things definitely are busier. Whether that's because they've started merging servers, or people have started moving, because you can now, you can back up your own base and you can move to another server altogether. I guess people are already starting to do that, preempting servers getting shut down. The things are seeming to be a little bit more busy. Dang it man says, thank you for such a detailed answer. You're welcome. PvP instance will have a PvE A row shield wall, says Galadorn. So back to as it was before. Row A was PvE, which is only tier 5 stuff in there anyway, and then from B onwards it'll be PvP, and that's where the tier 6 stuff is. Andy B says Docker containers, possibly. They definitely mentioned Windows, using Hyper-V in Windows, so what kind of machines they will be, I'm not 100% sure yet, and they're not that big, so it shouldn't be that desperate. But I guess if you're having to run multiple servers on a machine, it's got to start taking a load, even though maybe the other ones aren't going to be active unless you're in them. And if you're not in the deep desert, you wouldn't have to run the deep desert machine, I guess. Bulwark says, Anger, in the Dune episode you output where you fight in the arena, they should make that arena PvP with different mods and with rewords and stuff to make people want to participate. We've spoken about that before. Yeah, that's an excellent idea, making the arena into a PvP zone where you can battle each other. Six Badger says, I just watched a great video by Sawman UK about his first blind impressions of the game. Worth a watch. Is that Dune 6 or is that Conan? Sawman UK. Where's my pen? Let me write that down, so because I'll never remember it. UK. I'm going to write that down so I can check that out. You could bet on the fights during tournaments or something, says Gamer Hobo. Yeah, that sounds cool. Galadorn, doing a main quest on an alt and you still have cash for main quest bribes and stuff. Oh, it says, I wish they did something with that arena to begin, at least let players enter and duel. Yeah, indeed. GameLab says, welcome to the community. Hope you keep enjoying Conan. 100% we do. So lucky to be able to play Conan for the first time again. Game of Hope says, we may be at hundreds of thousands of Conan hours in this chat. It's quite possibly, yeah. There's a lot, that's for sure. PG Ben, hello, good to see you. Gamer says, a viewer of my solo Dune server moved to our server because he's got locked for new tunes, so probably closing. We did some 3-person dungeon runs. Very fun, cool. Gamer says, on the subject of new, what do we think the big new thing that's coming for Conan? Well, that is the question. Because yeah, obviously they've done Conan, what do you call it, public beta clients. When there's new updates coming out, there's a public beta client, and as long as you've bought if you're on PC, as long as you bought the game, you get access to that and you can play it no problem at all. But this time you have to sign a NDR in order to get access to this thing. So whatever it is, it's going to be interesting. Right, here we are. This is Arraken. We have lots of different places to go. This symbol here is the, I don't know what you call this room, Chome Exchange. And this guy is who you pay your taxes to.
Welcome. Would you like to deposit or withdraw Solaris?
We'd like to deposit some Solari. I want to put my Solari in the bank so it's safe.
How much Solaris would you like to deposit?
I'll deposit 100,000. That's 10,000, 100,000. There we go. So now I've got 7,000 in on my person, but I own 1,000, 100,007, 107,000. There we go. And I can buy stuff from the vendors from that. I don't need to have it on me. Over here, this is the exchange terminals. This is where you can sell stuff and buy stuff. Some interesting stuff for sale. This is a relatively busy server group, so there's a decent amount of stuff for sale, which is good to see. On some servers it's completely dead and there's nothing there. This is Hobo's Coulon, which he has to pet every time he comes past it. It's pretty much like a donkey but in a still suit. Interesting. Right, down there's a bunch of vendors. The Lanzarote vendors are down here. This is a vendor here.
Yeah, what's your pleasure? You looking to stab, perforate, or vaporize?
It's a weapon vendor.
Tactical or fanatical? We have the tools.
Blah blah blah. So they sell some unique schematics. Ooh, Sings 500 triple shot. That's a Dura aluminium tier 5 item. You see, it needs Dura aluminium ingots to make it. So does that. So that's like a shotgun, scattergun. That's a sword, rapier sword, and that's a triple shot rifle, along with heal kits, darts, weapons, and then these are some of the materials you need to craft some of the higher level stuff. There's the Lanzarote vendors in here.
My apologies, but I am authorized to trade only with those favored by the Lanzarote decree.
Okay, so what is the... So, House Atreides did win the... Oh, I guess I don't have a guild, that's why. In order to participate in the Lanzarote stuff, you have to be in a guild, and I'm not in a guild, so let's... We'll just call it Anger Stream. Create a guild. Okay. There we go. We're the leader of this guild now. That guild should be aligned with Atreides, because we are Atreides. Do I have to do anything? Oh, faction neutral. How do I make it? Maybe I have to be higher level, do I? I've been a long time since I've done this. Yeah, okay. Not sure. I'll look into that. This vendor here.
Oh my, yes. Your look could definitely use an upgrade. But fear not, you've come to the right place.
That's to get your like your haircut and stuff changed. Cosmetic vendor. Yeah.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Maybe not. Oh no, it's swatches. Okay, it's to make all the different swatches of the houses or dyeing your clothes and stuff. That's not somebody, and you.
Sorry, but I may only trade with those.
So that's a
who bear
tools
the
vendor,
decree
but
of the
again, we're
Landsraad's
not part
faith.
of the favoured group at the moment. But that's where you would go for that. There's stuff down there that we're not really going to go into today. Back into the main area. What's up here? Spice merchant, water seller, base vendor. Okay. Over here, this is the Imperial. It's where you come to. You used to come here to pay your empire's taxes, but you don't pay taxes anymore. So, what does this guy do now? You can still speak to him.
Keep your distance. We can converse at arm's length.
Next.
What do you want?
What do you do here?
Besides suffering this audience with you? Oh, you really expected an answer. I am the Imperial Treasurer here in Arraken. As such, it is my sworn duty to receive, count, and convey His Imperial Highness's right and...
Okay, well, that's where you used to have to come pay your taxes, but he obviously doesn't collect taxes anymore, so he's just there as a house representative. You need to complete the quest and be rank 5 to faction. Ah, okay. That's what it is then. Right. Let's go into the bar. This is the bar, the Sluician Bull. The sort of low-level guys go downstairs and the posh people go upstairs. So we're definitely downstairs. And this guy with the globe over the top of him, this is the Mentat trainer, the Advanced Mentat trainer. Let's speak to him.
Who are you?
I'm looking to continue my Mentat training.
But promise? Very promising. Your deduction that I can offer this training is accurate. I compute your mind is ready for the rigors of my craft.
Then let's begin.
Hasty! Too hasty. You must analyze yourself. You must see yourself as you would any stream of data. Solve the computation that is you. Focus. A time comes when the Proto-Mentat must learn what is being done. It may no longer be done to them. That time is now. The Mentat has to share in the choice of whether to continue or abandon the training. Only the potential Mentat can know. Take a moment.
I'm ready. I suppose you want something in return.
I require assistance. I was cast out by those whom I served. I was cast out by everyone.
Sounds like an emotional sore spot for you.
What? No. It is merely a thing that happened. A link in the chain of my personal history. Emotion does not come into it. Now focus. The past is irrelevant. The present is the thing. Pathways to the future are the thing. I bide my time in these streets and back alleys. The criminal underworld is a series of equations, like anything else. Applying my superior Mentat skills serves me well in this place. My syndicate grows, however. A rival, the Mobula gang, is causing problems. It's contaminating my equations.
What would you have me do?
Find members of the Mobula gang. Extract useful data. Cause them calamity in the proper proportions. A Mentat learns that every human is a series of relationships. Find out their connections.
Okay, begin your search. So my syndicate is being challenged by a rival group. I hereby request your assistance. Begin your search in the Eastern Vermilius Gap, locate their members, extract information and use it as a budding Mentat navigating such elements would. See to it the Mobula gang experiences the calamity that is, by all calculations, due. Collect any tangible records of their dealings and return to me when you have inflicted the appropriate level of sabotage. Okay, accept contract. I'll see what I can do. So we have to...
Information is as important as injury. Once you know all the figures in someone's equation, you can solve them.
Okay, so we have to do a quest to sort of earn his trust before he'll teach us the next level. And that starts in the Eastern Vermilions Gap, which is where we stay. So that's cool. Right, let's run back out of this bar, and we need to go up the stairs, so we'll have to go up the stairs this way. There are lots of things in here. What's that? Imperial Consulate, that's where we went, that's the taxes guy. There's other things around here, down here, and then you can go outside here, and there's stuff out there as well. More people in there. But we'll be back here a lot, so plenty of chances to properly, fully explore Arraken. And we'll be going to Harko village as well, the Harkonnen capital. I think I went the wrong way. I think she's over the other side. There's another house representative there. And we go... Here we go. So she also has the hovering light above her head.
Say, stranger, how about staking a broken down old trooper to a Solari or two? Promise I won't spend it on Samuda. Okay, if I'm being honest, I actually will spend it on Samuda, but don't let that put you off. My life is already a pile of greasy spice shit. You can't make it any worse, I promise.
Come on, Trooper, it can't be as bad as all that.
Some days it is, and some days it isn't. Some days I like to wake up and play a little game called, Am I Going to Die Today? It's a fun little thing I do with a Mala pistol, but I guess I haven't won yet. I'm still here.
Is that why you want Samuta? Does it ease the pain?
Not like a bullet. But I've failed at every other important job in my life. Why should my death be any different?
My goodness, that's bleak.
You don't know the half of it. But for now, if you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. Know what I'm saying?
You want me to give you money so you can lose your mind on Samuta?
That's precisely what I'm saying. So how about it?
I'm looking for advanced combat training, and you're no good to me face down in a Samuta haze.
Ooh, face down in a Samuda haze. Now you're speaking my love language.
I need you sober, sorry.
You ask too much, stranger. I've spent the last years ridding my life of obligation. I sure as shit don't need to take on any more. And nothing personal, but you don't look like you got what it takes. I know a soldier when I see one, and you ain't it.
How about that we put that to the test right now? I'll show you what I've got, Trooper.
Ooh, a little bite with the bark after all.
Are you going to train me or not?
You're not going to stop harassing me until I do, are you?
Nope, and there's no one else.
How do I even know you're worth my time? Face down in the gutter. I'm still the best damn combat instructor sucking air on this planet. No, don't answer. That's not the kind of question you answer with words. You answer with results.
That's all I want, a chance to prove myself.
Alright then, Boot. You want a mission? I'll give you a mission. I need you to find a slaver camp in the Haga Basin. Nothing special, just your run-of-the-mill flesh peddlers.
Slaver camp, check.
These particular slavers are said to possess a technology I'm looking for, called servo-stim transmitters. I want you to kill all the slavers and take their stuff. You keep everything but the transmitters. Those you bring to me. Pull that off, Boot, and I'll teach you not to look like such a boot.
Okay, so alright Boot, if you're so eager to please me, I need you to find the slaver camp in Jabal Efreet. They're nothing special, just your run-of-the-mill flesh peddlers, but they happen to be rumoured to possess a particular piece of technology I'm after, servo-stim transmitters. Kill the slavers and keep whatever you can, but any servo-stim transmitters, they belong to me. And we'll get XP, Solaris, and we'll earn the trust of the trooper trainer. So, I'm in.
I'm in, Sergeant, is the correct response.
I'm in, Sergeant.
The details are in the contract, Boot.
Okay, goodbye. Okay, so that's the quest to get the next level of trooper trainer. The other trainers for Swordmaster and Bene Gesserit are in Harco. Right, I think we are done here. We've got a bunch of contracts we can do now. So let's head back to the Ornithopter and get back to the Haga Basin. Right, and we'll also catch up with chat. Let's see, Six Badges says, Solomon, UK video link on Dune in your DM, Anger. Thank you very much. I will check that out later. GameLab says, chat, let's smash the like button, but gently please. Thank you. Thank you, Labs. Right,
Gonna
take me
fly
home.
somewhere today?
Fly me somewhere.
Music to my ears.
Hagar Basin.
The basin is a pretty big place. Could you narrow it down a little?
So far we've unlocked 2 trade posts, the Griffin's Reach trade post in Haga Basin South and the Anvil trade post just across from our base. So let's go back to the Anvil.
I never miss the chance to let Smiley verbally abuse me.
Lisa Weston says, for your
Let's move before a storm
TE
rolls in.
2026 Beginner's Guide, what sports team has the colours yellow and black? So the colours I'm using are gold and black, which is just the colours of my logo. My logo is the gold shield on the black background. So they're not a sports team colours. They're just the colour of the logo. Bulwark says, I wouldn't get too much excited. Sherilyn says, Pittsburgh Steelers. When it comes to NFL, as you can possibly tell from my logo, I am a Raiders fan. So they're the black and silver. GameLab says 5,853 hours in Conan for him. DC Weston says he's still a noob, he's at less than 1,000 hours. Parapat says, do you tend to play survival games solo or on a server? Any preferences? I do tend to play them solo. Dune can't be played solo, it has to be on a server. There is no solo option in Dune as yet. But yeah, mostly, especially for recording purposes, I tend to do that solo, just because it's easier. If you want to go and do something to show something and someone else in the server has just done it and you have to wait for a respawn, it's a bit of a pain. Oh, says, wait, I missed it. Did Anger pet the Kulon? I did. I pet the Kulon for you. Of course, I don't do that on my Harkonnen character. Yes, we did. And Six Badger says, obviously, Wasps RFC. Well, that is a thing. So, my football team, proper football, not the American football, is Aberdeen. And Aberdeen play in red and white now, but originally, like 100 years ago, Aberdeen were known as the Wasps and played in a black and gold hooped shirt. But that was literally 100 years ago, so that's not the reference I was going for. Right, what am I doing? I've got to pick a quest to go and do. Oh, damn! The contract was in the Anvil for the Mentat. I should have done that while I was there. Let's try that again. Shoot across the sand once more. Boost. And remember to take your finger off the boost before it gets the maximum temp and overheats. But there. So yeah, Wasps RFC is Six Badge's suggestion, who are a rugby player, a rugby team. Bobo says, thanks Shia Lude. Is that because I patted the Coulon? Six Badger says, rugby is the only sport worth watching. No. Not at all. Unfortunately, I just don't get on with rugby at all. PG Ben says, I love the fact that the devs added the ability to pet the Coulon just because everybody wanted to pet them. Yeah, in the original release of the game, you couldn't do that. But they did add it. Right, where are we going? There's the marker on a screen. 14 meters this way. It's this guy. Talk to him.
You again?
You're in the Mobula gang, are you not?
What's it to you? Better yet, just keep walking.
There are 206 bones in the human body.
What's this then, a bio lesson?
Crack open a bone and you can suck marrow and answers out of it.
Wait. What the hell is this?
Problem is, I have 238 questions.
What?
So I'm going to have to improvise with your teeth too.
No, wait. I'm just a grunt. I don't know nothing. Starkey. You want Starkey?
Where do I find Starkey? Here's a sync chart. Just point.
You'll find Starkey here.
Para south of the rift, huh? Thank you for your cooperation. Okay, so we have to go and find Starkey. Oh, it's over in Riftwatch. Okay, that's easy to get to. Hoop. Right, where are we? Geraldine says, rugby players make the NFL look like toddlers. Well, this is an ongoing thing, yes. Bulwark says, you need to complete the quest as be rank 5 to faction. Thank you, yes. GameLab says, sarcastic dude lol sulking because he can't take your money anymore. Oh, that's the tax guy. Yeah, he was a very sarcastic dude beforehand when he did take your tax money anyway. Bulwark says, actually, after getting rank 5 from the main Atreides quest, the commander or what he is will give you a mission to accept and complete one of the Landsrat contracts. Yeah, but that's for the new, that's the chapter 3 stuff, Bulwark. Whereas you should be able to, or you have been able to link your guild to a faction somehow or other. I'm not 100% sure how you do that. Faction neutral. I can't see anything. You maybe just have to be higher level than the level 2 that I'm at the moment to actually give the faction. Oh, wait a minute, here we go. Align guild. There we go. This is it. You want to align your guild with House Atreides. Members aligned with House Harkonnen will be removed. Yes. There we go. We are now an Atreides guild. If I went back to that guy, I would actually be able to speak to them then. We found it. We found it eventually. But thank you. Thank you for your help. Dan Irvin says, hey everyone, hope you had a great week. Time to catch up on chat. How are you, Dan? Good to see you. And Ian Og says, I knew I'd forgotten something. Drops anvil on like button. That's an interesting looking base over there. Some pillars on it. Right, so where am I? I'm here. We need to get over there. So we need to go round the anvil. So we're trying to do this. So this is our trooper. Let's see, there is our Mentat. So at the moment we can only get the first pip in each thing. And it's like, so that's our Sentinel. To upgrade to pip 2, it says we have to unlock the upgrade at the Advanced Mentat trainer. we have to get to the level 2 of the Mentat training to be able to unlock the second pip of these. So that'll give us a lesser cooldown, more duration and more damage Sentinel and various other stuff. And then if we get the same with the Trooper training, we'll be able to get the level 2 of that, and then we'll do some more quests to get level 3, and then we can start to unlock these capstone ones along the top. So just making all your skills stronger and better. Especially as we go up into the harder zones, we'll need better sentinels and better darts, and it makes your sugar wire have a longer distance. We can attach it onto longer distances. Campfire Clowns Max is here. Good evening to you. How are you? And Game of Hobo says, "Go Bucks." He's a Buccaneers fan. Zara says, "If you are a Raiders fan, how do you feel about the Max Crosby situation?" I'm such a huge fan that I don't know about the Max Crosby situation. I know who Max Crosby is, but I tend not to read up on anything. We hear very little about NFL in the UK, so I tend to be totally void of information in the off season. It was just when the season starts do I start hearing stuff. But I'm concerned that it's probably not going to be good news if it's a Max Crosby situation. Oh, spin out. Right. I need to set this to Mentat track. Okay, it's that way. Over here. Could I need to get up there so I can go all the way around, or I can maybe just climb up. I can just leave the bike down here and climb up. Let's just park the bike there, hope for the best, get off. Love the sugar wire and suspensor belt combo. 150 meters in this way. Oh, my suspensor didn't kick in there. Oh, are we in a zone? Yeah, we're in a zone that our abilities don't work. So a suspensor belt doesn't trigger. Who are you again? You must be a trainer.
You seem fit enough. But don't take that as a compliment. My standards are low. Care to train in the ways of the Mentat?
So this is the basic Mentat trainer. I'm already a Mentat.
But it's quite obvious that you already possess all the skills I can teach you. That it is obvious is something you might work on.
But there's more I want to learn.
The seats of the great houses are your best chance. Hardcore.
Okay.
I'm sure you'll make
goodbye.
it.
So I picked Mentat as my starting ability, but if you didn't do that and you wanted to learn Mentat, this is where you'll learn level 1 Mentat. Right, 48 meters in this direction, but down the way. Down here. You. 2 meters.
Don't like your looks. Beat it.
Let's see. Don't like your looks. Beat it. Starkey, I presume.
How the hell do you know that name? Only fellow Mobula call me that, and you ain't Mobula.
Your friends sold you out. They said you're the man with the info.
I can't believe they gave me up. I've had it with this gang. Things turned sideways ever since we started associating with the slavers.
Tell me about the slavers and I'll vanish like a bad dream.
Fine. I'm through with this street rat outfit. We made a deal at this slaver base. I'll give you the coordinates.
Okay. Enter the Mobula gang's base. Without the eyes, missing sister. That one over there. the sweep. Okay. So that's a location we need to go to. Fair enough. Right. Now I have to work my way back to the bike. Take a drink of water while I'm here. Bike is this way. Let's see. Chat. See who have we got here. Dan Herman says, Conan, only 958 hours and 30 out of 36 achievements. I need to get off my XL's booty and break through the 1K. Game of Hobo says, I got my MBA at Southern Miss, which are the Golden Eagles, black and gold. Game of Hobo says, I got my school colours, high school blue and yellow, college orange and blue, MBA black and gold, ABD purple and yellow, and there is a Dune swatch for all of them. PG Ben says, are the gang members really give up quickly? They do indeed, yeah. Sherilyn says, have you ever been to an NFL game in person? I've not been to an NFL game, but I've been to NFL Europe games. So quite a few years ago now, there used to be the NFL Europe went on, where the various NFL teams sent players over to... where's the bike? I need to go down, but I'm on the wrong side of that cliff. Ah, no. Am I going to be able to climb up there? Yeah, they ran leagues over in Europe, and various countries had a team. There was, I think, 3 teams in Germany. There was a team in England. There was the Scottish Claymores in Scotland, the Barcelona Dragons in Spain, and they had a little league between us. And I went to see several of the NFL Europe games, including when the Scottish Claymores got into the World Bowl final. Right, this is going to be interesting because there we go. My skills have now triggered, so my suspensor will kick in. Yes. There we go. Yep, and Scotland won the NFL Europe World Bowl final, and I went to see that. But I've never actually been to an actual NFL game in America, or because they do a whole bunch of the games down at the Tottenham Stadium down in London, but I've never been to any of them either. Very expensive. But yeah, I would love to go. I've been to NBA games when I was working in Houston. I've been to a few NBA games, quite a few Houston Rockets games, and I was lucky enough to see the Houston Rockets play the Chicago Bulls back in the day, where Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen and stuff like that were playing. So I was well chuffed to go to that. Where are we? To get the bonus, I was in a guild that my friend created, and he was more experienced. He did that without explaining, so I thought you're in a faction, you automatically get the bonuses. So yeah, you have to be in a guild that is aligned with that faction. And when you pick that faction, if you've got Harkonnen and Atreides in the guild, if you pick a faction, all the other members get kicked out and they have to go and get their own guild. DC Weston says, Sherilyn, I was a Seahawks season ticket holder in the early 90s. Nice. Game Lab says, hi Max, great job for last night. Zereth says he was traded to the Ravens, but the Ravens reneged on the trade. Ooh. Interesting. Angel Life, did Sandstorm reset your map yet? Reset my map. Well, I can't really tell whether it's reset my map because all the areas I've got are already scanned. The other areas I haven't been to, and I haven't been to the Deep Desert to see whether that's been done. Right, that's the next one I should really go to, and I can go up here and go around there to get to that one. So what's that one? That is Put Out the Eyes. So let's go to the journey, go to contracts, and go... Which one is Put Out the Eyes? Put Out the Eyes is that one. Clear out the observation points. Oh yes, I vaguely remember that one. Let me see. Do we know... Dan says, do we know if anything has been heard back after submitting the Funcom Conan special survey. No idea if I'll hear back in the negative or not. The problem with that is that one of the rules of the NDA is you're not even allowed to say whether you're in or not. So if anyone has got in, they can't tell you. Because of the NDA, unfortunately. So I guess it's just a case of let's just keep watching our email boxes and see what happens. Kathy says, Dan, I haven't heard anything. Hopefully no news is still good news. 100%, yes. And Six Badges says, I haven't heard anything because I made Funcom sign an NDA when I submitted the survey. Right, I'm going to have to be careful because it's not... Yeah, that is, what do you call it? Sinking sand? We'll have to go around the edge and keep away from... Right, that bit's clear, so we can go across here without a problem. Like so. And then we can kind of work our way around. Let me put a marker here so I know that's where we need to turn. Getting night time. Try to ride along sinking sand, the edges and rocks, and read chat without crashing or sinking. Dangerous. Slaver territory, that's what we're looking for. And the Six Badges, Dan Evans says, Six Badges, way to turn the tables, eh? Yes, 100%. How was the curry on Friday? Game Labs ask. It was fantastic, as always. Thank you for asking. And then, of course, we were out. Me and my missus and a couple of friends were out for a meal last night, and then we went to see my old band play. Catch up with the guys. Oh, we're past it. Good to see them again. It was good fun. Okay, right. I remember there is somewhere to park the bike. There is. Let's park in here. And we should be... Here we go. The bike is sheltered. So it should be... I could hear shooting. Let's get suited up. Yeah, so good fun last night. And plenty of beers. Oh, there's a fight going on over there. But we need to go up there. That's okay. Hello? Shield up. Gun out. Not enough power. Oh, but it's okay now. Take a drink of water to get our stamina all the way up. Ah, there we go. Our shield wasn't up. Take you out. Oh, what's that? Oh no. I've used my sugar wire. Oh, you coming down, are you? And take you out. Oh, you didn't die though. Come on in. Again. Dead this time. Right, let's get your blood. Oh, somebody shot at me. I heard that. Or shot at somebody. Oh, I see them. I see them. Up there. I think I missed them. Reload. Clear out the first observation. That wasn't it then. Reload. Anybody else in here? The slaver camp. Oh, so this is not even the right location. This is just a bog standard slaver camp. Take that and that. Take the gun parts as well, actually. Take that. I remember NFL Europe. That was fun. It was great to see what we would call proper NFL, but in Europe. Unfortunately, it doesn't exist anymore, as far as I know, or if it does, there isn't a Scottish Claymores anymore. It was really popular in Germany with all the military bases, the American military bases in Germany. It was really popular in Germany, which is why they had 3 teams compared to 1 in Scotland, 1 in Spain, 1 in England. But yeah, it was good. I would like to go to a proper game one day. But my missus has got 0 interest in it, so there's not many other people that I know have got a particular interest, especially not to spend that kind of money to go and see it. Don't want to go pinging up too far. Oh, hello. Back up! Back up, you back up. Oh, I should have used the shotgun since I was close range, but never mind, too late. Take that. And glide across here. Anybody up here? I hear somebody speaking. Float across there. And then sugar wire across here. Thought there should be somebody over there. Sugar wire across there as well. Aha, there is. There we go. Shotgun, close range, bang. That's more like it. Quicksand is no joke, says Dan. Yes, indeed. Sinking sand, sinking, stinging, singing sand, says Game Labs. A little reference from perhaps another game that we may be aware of. Oh, so clear out the first observation point has happened. It's now asking for a second observation point. And here is a small celestial chest. What does that have in it? Skin-lined jacket. Light armor. They could have stocked dying. They developed this unique jacket to protect their slaves from the worst of the elements, some even worse of people. Okay, I'm not sure what difference that is over a normal light armor, but we'll take it anyway. We'll drop this stuff just to clear up some space. We'll definitely keep 17 Holtzman actuators. Right, where is the second point? Over here. Oh, we've got 2. Calculated calamity, so the gang base, no. Missing sister. Covered honor, that's the Atreides tags. Missing sister, travelled to the hand of Kadir. Kadir's shadow. Calculated calamity and seeking control. Enter the slaver base at the sweep. Is that the one? Put out the eyes. I'm confused. Put out the eyes, clear out the second observation point. 2,000 meters away. Where is it then? Oh, it's all the way over there. In a zone that I haven't cleared out yet, and I don't have my survey tools with me. Typical. Right, maybe we'll go back to this. Where are we? We're here. We could go up to this one. This is the next one, Missing Sister. That one's got 2 contracts in the same place. So that would be quite good to go to. 20 past. Let's go to this one and maybe we can clear out both those contracts at the same time. Let's do that. Oh, there's a chest that I missed. Take that. We'll take the food. We'll take more actuators. We may as well take that as well, and we'll leave the other stuff. Right. I need to change my tracking onto one of these. Seeking control or calculated calamity. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Calculated calamity. So it's a Mentat quest. Aha! The other gang base. Okay. Right, we need to get back to the bike, which is all the way around the other side. How did I get... Okay, around the other side. Nope, can't get this way. How did I get here? I must have pinged across from over there. Oh. Let's go over here. Oh. Up here, and then across there. Over here. And then the bike is down below us, so we can just go straight down. Without hitting... There it is, there. Okay, get back into our travel suit. Right, let's catch up with chat. Where are we? Quick signs, no jokes, sinking stand. Father Jack says, if Spurs get relegated, they will have most expensive stadium in the championship. Yeah, so Spurs lost today and went into the bottom three, so they're actually officially in the relegation zone. What a shame. Game Lab says, it's safe to say this is the real anger this week and not the bot hitting all the shots. Shotgun for the wins, is Confused Barbarian. Yes, especially up close. Firing 12 darts into them at once certainly does it. Keep some copper, you'll need it earlier. You needed it earlier, yeah, but I'll get the buggy out and I'll be able to get hundreds of copper. That's not a problem. Right, we need to go over that way. 900 meters away. Okay. Dave 604 says, quality of life. When hovering above a quest marker on the map, you can press T to make it the active track quest. Can you? Does it tell me that somewhere? It doesn't. If I press T, so it does. Oh, it says T in the middle of the screen. Yes, that's good to know. Thank you very much for that. Never noticed that before. And Zara says, I was contemplating returning to Dune, but then Crimson Desert consumed my life. Interesting. So has anybody been was anybody following the Artemis mission? So that's where the other quest is, in there. The Artemis mission to the moon. Sheriff, good evening to you. How are you? I was certainly watching it, and I even stayed up late on Friday night into Saturday morning to actually watch the splashdown happening live. Right, how do we get up to it? Around here? Gable Hober didn't know about tracking that either. Interesting, since it actually does tell you right in the middle of the screen when you hover over it to hit T to track. But yeah, never noticed that. Never noticed that. Good to know. Grishnak watched the launch and the splashdown. Rob did. DC Weston watched Artemis 2. My dad was an Apollo guy back in the day. Yeah, so it was really cool. And so my claim to fame for this week is that the BBC were doing a podcast every day all about Artemis. Where can I park? Where can I park? You know what? I crafted the backup tool, didn't I? And I never took it with me. Oh no, I didn't craft it because I didn't have enough copper. That's what it was. Right. Oh, somebody's seen me. Right, let's get off of there. Let's get our gear on. Yeah, so there was a podcast on every day, and Commander Tim Peake, who was one of the last British astronauts to go on, he was on the space station, the International Space Station. Ow, 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 ow. Ow, ow, ow. Get some stamina, get some stamina. Oh, I've got no stamina. Get my second wind. Come on. Watch out, grenade. Right. Stab. Stop trying to speak at the same time. Right, shotgun. Oh, wait. Shotgun. Whew. Heal up. And drink water. Okay. 5. Heal up again. Yeah, so it was a really interesting podcast every day going on, talking about what was going on with Artemis. And one of the days they were talking about the correction burn. They'd done a correction burn to get back online. To which I thought, because I work for a navigation company, I thought, how do they navigate a spaceship? Because in order to do a correction burn, you have to know that your position of the spacecraft is in the wrong place. It's like, how do they do that? How do they navigate in space? So I emailed the podcast. They have an email address. You could email questions. That's guy's turning the wrong way, but he's a heavy gunner. Or that female actually is a heavy gunner. Shield was down while they reloaded. And he's down. Yeah, so I emailed them saying, how does that work? How do they do that? And the following day, I was walking the dogs and listening to the podcast again. And they went to the question section. And lo and behold, the first question that came up was the question that I emailed to them. So Commander Tim Peake answered my question live on the podcast. And I was well chuffed with that. The legend that is Tim Peake. Oh, he walked away. So yeah, I was, oh my god, look at all that people. Oh, these are different factions. So this is a different faction that have come in to have a fight with the slavers. So they're going down with one shot from the sniper rifle. So they're actually here to fight the slavers. Right, we've got blood off of them, yes. Get the blood off of you, yes. I'll take the heavy darts. Lots of fighting going on between them, I can hear. Where are they? There they are. My dart is available again. Let's take out that heavy gunner. Like so. Reload. Come on in. Oh, don't get stuck on the rock. Oh, you're shooting at me. Oh, and now you're chucking bombs at me too. Could that go away, please? Okay, down. Reload. Now, that slaver is fighting the... Is that Karab? You go, I'll help you. Okay. Stagger. Slow blade, take you down. So yeah, a lot more people here than there should be at this POI. Right, I've entered the base. Search for information about other bases. Let's loot that heavy darts, take your blood. Oh, so I've got information 12 meters over here. There it is. Scroll details information about intel base at another site, the Chattel Passage. Sabotage a generator, which is up here. Take that and that. Anything in here? Nope. In we go. Sorry, I'm not keeping up with chat, but I just need to get this base cleared out before I get ganked. Take the healing. 20 meters, still going up the way. Oh, can't get blood off of them. 7 meters up, so it must be one more floor up. Let's take that and that. Oh, hello. Heal. Oh, no, get me blood extractor. There's a generator. Take that items. And the heals. We're okay for ammo. We've been in here. Okay, need to go back upstairs. There's some intel. Oh, there's a heavy gunner. Let's drop. I missed it. Drop the sentinel. And he's down. Heal up. Right, 42 meters for something. 6 meters for something else. There we go. A book. Oh. Oh, okay, I remember this now. Oh, I haven't got a sentinel off cooldown. Let me send that right in front of my own face. Right, sentinel's now off cooldown. Right, drop your shield. Drop your shield. Come on, come on. Heal. And he's down. Right, now heal again. Right, I think this is the... Yes, this is the one for the... This is servo stim transmitter for the trooper. Get the blood and get... Why is that not going... There we go, got one. And the other one should be... Ooh. Oh. Trooper advanced track. Oh yeah, well, okay, we've got them. We've got 2? I thought I only picked up 1. Oh no, we've got 2. That's that, and we need to take that back to the trainer. Okay. Let's go here and go back onto the Mentat one then. This one has got to do... So we need to go back downstairs. We're full of material. Let's get the intel. Okay, let's catch up with chat because it's been a while. Okay, people watch the launch. Yeah, shame we have to wait till 2027 for Artemis 3. Find the Flat Earther stuff coming from Artemis is way much more entertaining. There is some hilarious stuff. Interesting that I've never seen any video footage from any of the Flat Earthers showing us from space, showing us the Flat Earth. They'll spend lots of time debunking the globe Earth. Is it down there somewhere? There it is. But yeah, interesting. Every pixel is a conspiracy in itself. Diana says, the most recent new character I started up in Dune, I decided to try things I hadn't been using before, having to say I was missing out on how useful the drill shot is. The drill shot is amazing. We don't have one of them yet. The generator has been sabotaged. That's a drill shot. It fires heavy darts that burrow through shields, so you can shoot heavy darts at a shield and it'll burrow through a shield and kill them. Does a lot of damage. Tay says, I kept up with the whole Artemis mission, reminded me of being allowed to stay up late to watch Apollo 11 moon landing when I was 5 years old. Oh dear. No, I unfortunately, that was before my time. Gamer Hobo says, didn't know you were such a space nerd, Anger. I'm 2 hours west of Kennedy Space Center. I would love to go and see a launch. Oh, I thought I heard some speaking there. My problem is that because launches are obviously very weather dependent, that if you book a holiday to go to Florida to see a launch and then it gets delayed by 3 months, then you've missed out on your launch and my expensive holiday is ruined. So yes, very jealous of people in Florida who can go. When I was in Houston, I've been to the Johnson Space Center. Oh, I'm getting pinged about in this low gravity grenade thing. Right, where are they? Where did they go? There they are. Sneak up behind them and shot to the head. Yes, very jealous indeed. Right, what are we doing? We're sabotaging a vehicle. 6 badges here. I'm sure Commander Tim Peake would have been honoured to respond to the legend that is Anger UK. Of course, of course. Gamer Hobo says, I watch Neil deGrasse Tyson's Star Talk on YouTube all the time. Elder Fabulous, good to see you. Hey Anger, big fan of your channel. Love the Conan Exiles 2026 guide you are made and can't wait for Dune Awakening to come to Xbox. Well, that's this year supposed to be. Is it 3rd quarter this year, I believe, is the coming to consoles? But yeah, thank you very much and welcome to the live stream. Dan says, how awesome if the crew were woke up to hearing Anger saying, it's Sunday, it's 8 o'clock, it's get up time. I did find it really nice that on the day that they went to actually go round the moon, they got woke up by the music and then they got a recording from Commander Jim Lovell that he recorded before he died for the crew. I thought that was a really nice touch for the team. Vehicle has been sabotaged. Enter the Chattel Passage. I need to get back to my bike again first. Up. And up again. Up we go. Yeah, I was well chuffed with that. Okay, where are we? Boom. Oh, I think I've skipped. Oh no, here we go. No, I have skipped. Where was I? There we go. There we go. There. Sheriff says, look at Anger using the chaos to kill everybody. Angelo would be proud. Yeah. It is handy when you get those little faction wars that appear randomly and they all fight each other. Bulwark says, I follow Simon Dan and get very entertaining by Flat Earth. Yeah, I've seen quite a lot of Simon Dan's videos. Was that a distraction seeker, right, Anger? Possibly. I feel some of them are doing this just for money. Possibly, could be. Gruznak says, nice to see Victor Glover shut down that reporter who tried to make it all about race. Hey Bull, you're right. If there were no flat earthers, then Sci-Fi Nan wouldn't have as much fun. Indeed. Dragonbane says, Neil deGrasse Tyson is my personal astrophysicist. Excellent. Everybody knows the Earth is a triangle, right, Elder Phoebus? Yes, indeed. Flat Earther believe no one made it to space. Okay. Wingtip World says the Regis Burst drill stock can be augmented to do even more damage to shielded enemies. Yes. Haven't got that. What did I put? Maybe I did put my augment on my Regis. I can't remember. I've done very little augmenting on my main playthrough, but that's possibly what I did augment. Do more damage. Do love it when flat earthers do experiments to prove that Earth is flat and then prove that it's round, says Peachy Ben. Bandy B says, thanks for the show. I have to go. Have a great week, everyone. Take care. Thank you, Bandy B. Thanks for popping by. Good to see you. Back in 1994, I took a visit to Houston and the Space Center, got lost, made my way to the restricted area, got a moaning at and lots of apologies. It's a cool place. It's a cool place. Who's next? Says, didn't watch it, but saw a vid claiming the rocket was a balloon. Interesting. Can't mod anything but tier 6 weapons. Yes, it was a tier 6 weapon. I think I got it from the Darkness dungeon, and then modded it. It dropped the schematic dropped out of the end chest from there when I first did that, and then I took that and put my first augment on it. Tier 6 gear, I should say. Yes, indeed. Game Lab says, got to say, having a lot of fun back in Conan with my video series with Gaming with Gem. It's given her a boost to get back on YouTube. When's the next one coming out, Game Labs? Give us more. Give us more. 20 minutes to go. Right. Gear again. Let's see if we can get to this other area. Where is it again? Up here. And we are tracking that. So we've completed. Oh, somebody shooting at me. Let's get away. They're respawning. They're respawning. So let's get away from them. Let's top up with fuel. 100%. There we go. Let's fill up with water out my still suit. There we go. Tuesdays and it's got to be every Tuesday and Thursday. Excellent. The next one will be out on Tuesday. As will mine be out on Tuesday. Right, check for sand. There's no sand here. But we need to kind of work our way around these towers. One of these random encounter things that give you a little bit of a quest to do. We've got enough quests to do at the moment. Yeah, that's what I was going to check. Mentat 1 is Chantel Passage. Find the film. And then go back to Zane. And we've done the Trooper one, ready to go back to Kara. Okay, that's cool. Okay, that's Kadir's shadow. Probably didn't want to go in here. Go over this way, get away from them. Took a bit of a beating there. Kadir's shadow, yep. There's another random person there. And we're over here. Where is it? Oh, it must be round this corner. Is that? This should be sheltered under here. Not there. Can we get up onto that bit? That's sheltered. Could leave the bike there safe and sound. Okay, let's gear back up again. Shield up. Heal up. Okay, well, this certainly wasn't up my top level sorcery in the cave. Oops, lost the damn ice bridge. However, says I already have 2 to catch up on. It was a busy week and I missed the premiere. Dope. Elder Fabulous says, how do you feel about the crafting system in Dune Awakening versus Conan Exiles? I'm perfectly happy with it. All the different crafting bench. I mean, obviously you can craft some stuff. I'm not too sure about the fact that you can to craft the uniques. You have to get the schematic, and once you've used the schematic, it's gone. And to craft another one, you have to get another schematic. That seems like a bit of a strange way of doing things. Right, we're up or high, and we should be able to reload. Chuck down a grenade. Ooh, a bunch of people came out. You down. These are melee people who are having to shoot at me, which is making them drop their shields. You a heavy gunner? You are. Come on, drop your shield. Let's chuck down another grenade. Don't go right under there. He has gone under there. That's a shame. Oh, and he died. Cool. Right, what do I need to do? I need to go just enter the passage. So let's jump down. I don't want any of your stuff or your stuff. And now I have to. I still have to enter the passage. We go. There's somebody over there. Two headshots takes them out. Nope. Although I'm in the passage, it still says enter the passage. Does that actually enter the building? It's not just a schematic, it's a permit to craft. That's true, yes. Wait a minute, I need to be more cleared out in here. There's a sniper, you're out. Oh, I saw somebody there. There you go. 40 meters and up the way. Oh, hello. Oh, it's hitting the floor. And the poison got him. And you're stuck on here. Take the heavy darts. Take that. Oh, hello. There you go. No, you need 2 hits on you. Oh.
I got you.
Attack.
Oh, that's a heavy gunner. Quick. Get some space. Take you out. Come on. Come over. Reload. Come on, get your shield down. There we go. Down. Reload. Get my last drink of water. What time is it? 10 minutes, 11 minutes. Wants us to go over here. There we go. Now we've entered the passage. Now what do we need to do? Find the gang. So that's this way. in there. Yep, there's the Mimic Films. Sabotage the comms console, which is 10 meters above us. We'll be in close range, so let's get the shotgun out. In fact, that's it there, is it? No, that's just money. Take that and that. Comms console is here. Sabotage. Take that. Heal kits. There must be... Deliver them back to Zane. So that's us done. The quest. There must be some... There we go. Intel in here. Pick that up. We will come back to this before. There's quite a few missions are based in here. They take all of that stuff. Zoop. Done. Right, let me get out of here, get somewhere safe. There are mines here, so let's launch ourselves over the top of the mines. Where's the bike? The bike's around here. Get somewhere safe and we can read chat, and then that'll probably be us for tonight. Right, up we get. So yeah, I'm okay with the crafting systems in both games. I'm particularly happy with the way you do the building in both. Well, Conan Exiles, when they changed to the building hammer, that was a massive improvement. But the building system in Dune Awakening is even better, where you can put down the ghost images, so you can build your whole base without using any materials, and then go and fill it in later on. So it's a really good building system in here. Let's see. It's actually scrolled off the top of the screen. PG Ben says, I was thinking about making some YouTube videos about some of the 3D printing stuff I do. However, I can't find any of my microphones. Oh, I'd be interested in seeing that. I was making some 3D prints this weekend for a little shelf to hold all my filaments on. So I've got 3D printed some brackets that go on the wall with some wooden dowels that the filaments, my reels of filaments, sit on. I was doing a little bit of 3D printing this weekend myself. But yeah, I would be interested to see that, PG Bent. Put them in storage. When I moved home and care of my parents, seemed to have lost the box. Oh dear. And DC Wesley says, Windrose is launching into early access in a couple of days. Are you interested? I'm a bit unsure about it. I'm probably will give it a try, but it didn't really grab me when I played the demo. So maybe it might get better going into it, or maybe not. So we'll have a look maybe. Since we are sharing, and I hope Anger doesn't mind, I have a new ARC series starting this week. First serious attempts at beating the island on an official server. So yeah, Gamer Hobo has been recording this series for quite some time now. He's got a lot of footage, and while I was waiting for Splashdown actually on Friday night, Saturday morning, that I got a message from him that he was editing these videos, so it's coming out this week. Great, looking forward to that. Bulwark says, it's not just a schematic, it's a permit to craft. That is true, but that is just the way the system works, I guess. Guess it's a way to balance online play. No idea. Can you farm and stack schematics, or are they on a timer? You can farm them and you can stack them, but the rare materials the rare schematics are hard to find. And what a lot of people are complaining about is they're doing the high level dungeons to get the schematics, but because they're so rare, they're wearing out all the durability of their current schematics trying to get the new ones, and they're in this endless loop of just constantly having to trying to find the schematic to get new ones. Maybe that needs a bit tweaked. You can stack, yes. Bulwark, exactly. Stupid Emperor's rules. At least he doesn't charge us taxes anymore. It's just true. At least it's not too restricted. Well, it is restricted in the rarity of them. There are plenty of schematics that you'll farm, and you can get loads of them really easy, but they tend to be ones that you don't need. But the good high level materials are so rare, it's hard to get them. Plus, you list extra schematics for trade if you don't need any more spare plans. It's true, but you have to be lucky to find them. Exactly, Bulwark. There are very few so some of the locations in Haga Basin South, some of these locations, can't see one particular at the moment, but that have a celestial chest in it. They'll have a limited amount of patterns in it, and they'll tend to have one pattern that happens more often, but the actual really good stuff that are out in the deep desert or in the testing stations, the tier 6 stuff, they're so rare. What else do we have? Dan says, a few guaranteed spawn drops. Yeah, Grishnak says, you can learn them as many times as you like without crafting, but each craft will reduce how many you've learnt by 1. Unfortunately, the actual schematics don't stack for storage. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the schematics don't stack, but if you learn them, you just get a number. So that says 1. I can make 1 of them. I've got 2 of those, so I can craft 2 of them. And if I make 1, that'll go down to 2. You can see here, these are items that I've had 1 of, and I've made them, and now they're down to 0. There's a lot of stuff that I don't have. To be fair, the durability doesn't go down that quick, and if you don't die regularly, you're good for a while. I wonder if the repair perks are even worth the points these days. Interesting, not sure how I feel about that, says Elder Fabulous. Oh, no, that just skipped. Here we go. On schematic, I'm having problems getting the weapons specific augments. Bulwark says he has his at level 3. There are many. You have to farm the hell out of those stations and for the upgrade gear also. Kathy says, thanks for the stream. Thank you. Take care all. Another productive stream this week. Thanks, Anger. Have a fantastic week. Great stream. Blah, blah, blah. Thanks for the time. I'm looking forward to the next Conan tutorial. That'll be on Tuesday. Excuse me. Dan's away to watch the next 2 Game Labs video, or the last 2 Game Labs videos. All good stuff. Lots of people saying thank you and goodbye and stuff. Okay, right, so let me check. Bad Guy is indeed got a stream upcoming, so let me get a copy of that. Bad Guy's Bell Right stream is happening right after this one. Paste that in there. And Bulwark says, endgame gear is a bit brutal. Farm a station to fight another station to get the gear to get a higher level at the other station. Yes, exactly, yeah. And it's more for overlay map stations level 5 and 10 and above. Excellent stuff. Cool. Right, well, that'll do it for today. I'm going to have to get my still suit on and get back to base. And next week we'll have to go and back to Arraken, I guess, to hand in this quest to Zane and this quest to Kara, and we should be able to, I think we get our, well, we earn the trust of the trooper and then we'll need another quest to actually get to level 2, I guess. Bit more involved than that. Have we done any of this? Oh, we haven't cleared out the second observation point. We haven't done that yet either. Okay, that'll do for today anyway. Thank you everyone who's joined us and watched tonight. Thanks for everyone in the chat. Absolutely fantastic to see you all again. Great to see. Have a great weekend, everyone. What's left of it. Have a great week going forward, and we'll see you back here next Sunday for more of the same. Okay, thanks all. Good night.